So I'm glad somebody said this, or at least brought this point up, because this was a point that made me this was where I really started wavering about whether I felt I could trust her testimony. And I agree that in the beginning, it felt like she was trying to make sure that what she was saying wasn't being misrepresented. But the longer it goes, the more it just feels like she's being difficult and doesn't need to be difficult in spots. It just seemed like the places where she was digging in felt unnecessary. Now, for the defense attorney, it's his job to kind of pick out things that are like cause question, right? And this specific situation here where they're and that's because the statements, the three statements in a row like that, were not talked about in any of Jen's statements from the police that night. They were not in any of her statements in at least the first grand jury, so the state grand jury, and I don't know about the federal grand jury. But the further away from the incident we're getting, it is now, I heard her, and I am certain I heard her say, I hit him, I hit him, I hit him. Before that, all of her statements were that Karen had said a couple times prior to the now I hit him, I hit him, I hit him statements. More like, could I have hit him? Did I hit him? More of questions versus statements. And the fact that there's a switch, at least for me, makes me feel like there's a change in a narrative. And why would that narrative change? And it just causes me to not feel certain whether I can hold any of her testimony as true. And that's something that jury's going to have to grapple with. And maybe the jury doesn't even notice it, right? Maybe that is something that they don't care about. But for me, if I was sitting on the jury, the fact that her statement has changed, that's a red flag.